Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, crying, hug, friendship solid gold. My soul code whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom. And if you don't know, now you know. My soul code whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
What's up?
What's going on?
How's things?
This week sucked.
This week, it kind of did suck, actually.
And I feel bad because last week we were talking and we were like, this week kind of blew.
This week sucked.
But man,
It's a hard time of year.
It is.
Let's just get that out there.
Yes.
This is a really hard time of year. I was sick again this week.
Ugh.
And I even went home from work early one day.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Sick. I don't do that. I don't do that. I just stay.
Yeah.
If I make it there, I'm there. But I just couldn't function. I had to go home. And so that sucked. And then it just put me behind the rest of the week. So, I mean, life was good.
Yeah.
Like my own personal life. But, work was rough.
Yeah.
So, that's all.
Work was okay for me.
That's good.
But life was
Rough.
I'm just going to put this out there. I should be tonight preparing to go to New York City tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not. And everything happens for a reason, you know?
That's right.
Everything happens for a reason. So there's a reason why I wasn't supposed to go. Well, I mean, there was a reason why I didn't go. The girls that I coach, and Bryn's on the team, made the tournament. And
that wasn't expected. And also, didn't they change the date of the tournament?
Yes.
So,
because of weather delays and stuff.
Right.
It wasn't the date that I was thinking.
Yep. Yeah.
So I thought we would be fine. But we learned about these dates.
It wasn't that long ago.
It was short. It was short notice. So I found out definitely on, I think it was Tuesday. That's how soon. That's how.
Yeah.
Close. I had a feeling it was going to be 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. You had mentioned it to me privately.
Yeah.
That it was a possibility.
Right. But I was hoping that it wasn't going to be.
I know. But you made a commitment to the team.
I did.
And it's a very good lesson for those girls too.
They don't know. But that's okay.
No, but I mean if you had gone.
Right. Right. You know what I mean? And also Bryn and Brody were going to go with us. So.
Well, it's a good lesson for her.
Yeah.
Bryn.
Yeah. I told her, I said, we're committed.
Right.
And so therefore we are going to stay. And she was like, that's not fair to you. That's what Bryn said.
No, it's just the way that it is.
But I told her it's.
Yeah.
There might be a possibility that I might be able to see him again.
Exactly.
I might be able to go. He's still playing through April.
Right.
So who
never
knows?
know.
Who knows?
You never know. You know, the world works in mysterious ways.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. Oh my word. I was just about to say that.
It does.
It does.
So you don't know what would happen.
No.
But that's good because you're going to be there for Bryn.
Right.
Hopefully they kick butt.
Yeah.
I was going to say ass. Hopefully they kick ass. And, I think that's good.
Yeah.
But I'm bummed for you.
Oh, thanks.
Because,
But I did get to gift my ticket to somebody else.
That's nice.
And so they're going to, I like that. If I can't go and do something, I want somebody else to do it in my place.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want somebody to go and enjoy it. So
spread the joy.
So good.
Good on you.
They're going to be able to enjoy it.
That's nice.
In my place.
I'm excited to hear all about it.
Me too.
I hope we get some stories.
Yes, I know.
From it. And anything else.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yay.
I know, and I'm going to...
It's a little bit later than we normally start. We had a lot of catching up to do today.
We did. We had some dinner.
Yes, we ate dinner together. Yep.
And like I had stuff after school for, and whatever, blah, blah, blah.
We talked about cruising.
Yeah, we did.
Which brings us...
And not just New Kids on the Block cruising.
No. And that's this week, you know what kept me on a high?
What?
Looking at my cruise photos.
Aww.
That made me happy, so I started posting them on Instagram.
I saw that.
So I'm going to keep posting them this week. Because, and today I'm so excited to talk about cruise stuff that I wore my t-shirt.
You sure did wear your t-shirt.
Yep.
We were talking before we started recording about the, cruise stories and whatever. And I looked at you and I said, oh, hey, look at that t-shirt there. Had I known, I would have worn mine.
Oh, hey. So, we also have something that we decided that we're going to start. I don't know if we should talk about this now or later, or we got some traveling dolls.
Oh, yeah. The traveling new kids.
So we have this idea that it's kind of like those flat Stanleys.
Right.
I don't know if you guys have ever done Flat Stanley, but you send Flat Stanley somewhere and he reports back on his travels. Well, we've got 5 dolls.
Guess who they are? to travel and send around the country and the world.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of expensive.
They might go to Australia. That'd be cool.
That would be so cool.
Maybe we could ask our friend.
That would be so cool.
Jay. Yes.
So, how fun. How fun.
Yes.
So, we got to figure out some logistics.
Yeah. How it's going to work, because we want to send it one place and then we want that person to send it to another place and the next person to send it. And it doesn't have to be priority air or anything like that. It can just be regular mail.
Right. But it's figuring out
paying for it and stuff like that.
Right. How that's going to all come into play.
Right. So if you're interested, let us know.
Yeah. Send us an email.
Yeah.
My so-called whatever at gmail.com.
If you're interested in being a hosting family.
And you're willing to report to us and all of our friends on social media where John is today.
Yeah. Speaking of social media, if you're not following us on Twitter, you should.
Yep, absolutely.
That's so-called whatever.
That's right.
And also, we have a Facebook page. So if you haven't liked our Facebook page,
please go do so.
Yeah.
We're just my so-called whatever on Facebook.
And then lastly, our Facebook group. If you don't belong to the Facebook group,
what are you doing?
You're missing out.
What are you doing with your life? Come on over and join us.
Yes, have some fun.
Absolutely. It's so fun over there.
And then we're on Instagram too.
We are on Instagram and Snapchat, but we don't really use that.
Right.
But I would like to. If it was just easier to switch between accounts.
Yes.
But
they haven't made it easy yet.
No.
It's not easy like Instagram.
Instagram's so easy.
Right.
So once they make it easy, be looking for us there too, and we'll tell you.
Yeah. And hey, while we're at it, you guys should leave us a message. Or you know what else you can do? You can text us.
Now, I didn't know that they could people could text on this.
Yes.
But when Nikki said that, I was like, what? The what? Why are we not getting texts? Text us, please.
Yeah, just text us, hey, I'm listening. We want to hear that you're listening.
Yeah.
Or hey, listen to this week's episode. Yada, yada, yada. You can leave a message. You can just say, hey, hi from Wisconsin.
You can say, hi, I like avocados.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That'd be cool. Just send us a text, and you can send that to, or call us at 857-271-1047. Once again, that's 857-271-1047. So yeah.
Just say hi to us. We would love it.
We would.
Every time, every day.
Hey, you know what I'm saying.
Don't
threaten you with a good time?
That's right.
So should we start? Should we intro?
Yeah. That came out weird.
Hey.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Julie intro!
This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever. Welcome to the block party.
We ain't leaving out nobody.
Hey!
Not you or you or you or you or you.
Or those dolls that are going to go around the world.
No, hey.
That's exciting.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
I think that's so fun. I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready to see where Jordan goes.
Yes. And follow him. If this is your first time listening,
Welcome.
welcome to our world.
Welcome to our world. Welcome to our world of toys. What's that movie from?
I don't know.
What's that from? What movie is that from? That's the sentence I meant to say.
I'm not sure. But Is it from Big?
Is it? Is it
When
big?
they're like going into the FEO Schwartz?
I think it might be.
Hey.
It's definitely in a toy store.
Right.
It might be, yeah. Hey. Cool. So yeah. Welcome
Yes.
to our podcast.
Yes. Thank you for listening.
We appreciate you
Yeah.
being here.
We appreciate you.
And if you are familiar with us, you know the spiel.
Yes.
If you're not, we are an 80s and 90s podcast and New Kids on the Block podcast.
Right.
We switch off week to week.
That's exactly right. And this week,
You hit us.
you hit us on the block party,
You sure did.
which means we're going to talk about New Kids on the Block. Let's rock. So how do I say New Kids on the Block again?
New Kids on the Block.
But I didn't say it a lot.
No, you didn't say it that time. You said it New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block. I just did
Now
it.
you just
I
did
just
it.
did it. I just did
New
it.
Kids on the Block.
When I don't listen to myself, I say New Kids on the Block.
That's funny.
But yeah, so we're a New Kids on the Block podcast and an 80s 90s podcast.
Yeah. So 1 week we'll do New Kids on the Block, our block party.
Yep.
And the next week we'll do 80s and 90s. Sometimes it goes off balance a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's all right.
That's right.
It's life.
We're right on cue this week.
We are on cue this week. This is our block party week.
Yes.
And we
So-
hit it.
And this week's episode
Is brought to you by
Amanda G and Amber D.
Thanks, Amanda and Amber.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate you
Yes.
being a couple of our Patreon peeps.
Thank you.
And if you would like to learn how to become a Patreon peep, you can go to patreon.com/mysocalledwhatever.
Yes.
And you can see all the different tiers and all that fun stuff.
And thank you guys. We wouldn't be
Thank
able
you.
to do this podcast without you.
No, absolutely not.
But we completely understand if you can't do it, if it's not right now,
We're a
something
free
you can do. We're
podcast.
free. It's free to listen to us.
Right.
But we would like it if you hop on over to iTunes and give us a 5-star review. That would be amazing.
Yeah. 5-star rating and a little review.
Yes.
Would be much appreciated. Thank you.
And I actually have 2 reviews right here, right in front of me.
Wow, 2?
I have 2 this week.
Sweet.
The first one is from ALT. The first one is from ALT Burger. Nikki and Brooke remind me so much of my sister and or my friends and me. Like, if we were to do a podcast, it would sound a lot like this. I find myself talking to Nikki and Brooke as they talk to each other, and the topics they talk about are exactly what I talk about with my friends. So fun to listen. Thank you.
Thanks, Altburger.
And then we've got X Fading Angel that says, you guys are great, bringing back so many memories. Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Thanks for those awesome reviews.
Yeah.
We really
thank you.
appreciate getting them.
Yeah, and if you can't do a review on iTunes, you can do it on whatever podcast application you use.
Exactly.
Or you can go on Facebook and give us a rating on our page.
Yeah.
You can do it there. We like that. So
And if you do none of the above, that's okay too.
That's okay too. We understand.
We still like you.
We still do. God love you. So this week also we have gotten, it wasn't this week, but we've gotten in the past few weeks, we've gotten some really nice emails. And we got a really awesome phone message that I want to play. Usually we save these to the end.
Right.
But this one was like, I really wanted to play it in the beginning. And this was sent right to our
Google Voice.
Yeah. So I'm going to play that. Right
Nice.
now. Here it goes.
Hi, this is Mindy. I just received my touchscreen iPad over the summer. I am totally blind and did not realize that Apple had these iPads, but once I found out, I finally got one. My nieces and nephews set it up. Period. It's wonderful. Period. It took a while, but I finally realized how to find podcasts. Sorry for all the periods. I'm used to doing voice dictation. But I was so thrilled to find an 80s, 90s New Kids on the Block podcast. I have been a huge fan since I was a kid. Never met them, never seen a concert, but I have all the music, and I just love it. But I just wanted to let you guys know how much I love your podcast. And like I said, I just received my iPad and have had a wonderful time using it since I have to use voice dictation and voiceover. But amazing podcast. Keep it up. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for doing this podcast. It's amazing. And you guys are the first podcast that I ever found. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, again, I apologize for the periods at the very beginning because I'm used to using voice dictation. But you guys have a good day and keep doing a great job. Bye.
Mindy.
Thanks, Mindy.
Thank you so much.
That was so sweet.
And Mindy joined our Facebook group.
I saw that. Yes. Yay. Welcome, Mindy.
Yes, we're so happy to have you.
We're very happy to have you.
Yes.
And any other new members that we have.
Exactly. Our Facebook group is amazing.
And
I'm not just saying that because it's not just our Facebook group. It's your Facebook group too.
Right. It takes a village.
Yes, and we have one.
And we have this village that has grown this Facebook group into just a really nice, safe space.
Right. I like going there and I get my happy there.
It's nice.
It's my happy place. So,
but Mindy, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for reaching out. I'm glad that we were your first podcast.
Yes. Would you like to read Candace's story?
I would love to.
Yay.
I'm going to take a sip of my fountain soda.
Okay.
My fountain Diet Coke.
Mine's all gone.
This is Candace's Cruise 2018. Second time in a lifetime. Clocked out and ready to go. I clocked out of work and was ready to go. Ah, that feeling of having a break from all your adult responsibilities. Adulting is hard, y'all.
Sure is.
Yeah, it is. My cousin and blockhead buddy flew out of Amarillo, Texas on Tuesday afternoon. It seemed like the time to leave would never, ever, ever get here. But after waiting for months, it was time to go. Miami.
I love how she has little...
Yes, me too. It's little, not chapters, but
yeah,
little segments.
Yeah. So now we're in Welcome to Miami.
Bienvenido a Miami.
Gonna see all the beaches on, break it down.
We got to Miami late in the evening, but the day spent traveling was still fun. Just being away with my cousin is awesome, and being away from all the things that I have to do. Wednesday, we had the whole day in Miami, which is awesome. In 2016, we got to New Orleans the day before the cruise and didn't have much time to see anything at all. We went to the pop-up shop and got a selfie with Danny, not even on the boat yet, and one selfie down. Day 1.
Nice job.
Thursday. It was time to head to port. I wasn't quite as nervous this time around. I knew how the cruise worked. We stood in line outside for a long while, but then we finally got on the boat. In 2016, we saw Donnie getting on the boat, but this time we missed all of the guys. Once on the boat, there was just this excitement. It is tangible in the air. All of our blockhead sisters were here. The sail-away party was awesome, and we definitely took the oath to heart. When Donnie says the words, you believe them. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
That was magical.
Mm-hmm.
When we managed to move up after the sail-away party and Joe was doing selfies. Not even left port and 2 selfies. I felt a bit more chill this time around. Not so worried about missing things. It was nice because last time we did not give ourselves breathing room. We stayed busy the whole time in fear of missing something. We thought this would be our once-in-a-lifetime trip.
Oh, but boy, were you wrong. We also thought
that.
ours was going to be a once-in-a-lifetime.
Yep. Nope.
Actually, I always knew it wasn't going to be once in a lifetime.
So, I think we also said bar stools were once in a lifetime.
Yeah, we did. And guess what?
Nope.
Nope.
Game show. The game show was hilarious, of course, and Andrea Barber was there. She played the games with them. If you haven't seen one of their game shows, it really is just a good chance for them to get on stage and be goofy. The guys came out into the crowd and Donnie came to our section. We were in row C right in front of the stage. It was amazing.
That is amazing.
That is amazing. That's a really good seat.
Row C is very good.
The Valentine Girl Deck Party.
Valentine Girl. Did they even play that song?
I think they did. They had to.
I missed it.
They had to. You're probably okay with that. You don't like that song, right?
No, I do now. Because
that's
Bryn
right.
really likes it. And so she plays it all the time.
And it like grew on you?
It's not like I didn't like it. It was just like...
Not your fave.
It wasn't my favorite.
Right.
But now, it's like growing on me.
I like it.
There's not a star in the sky
I can't
that
sing like...
would equal
Okay.
to the sparkle in your eye. We just took a whoopie pride break, but you didn't even know.
It was so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Now I'm officially like really full,
Oh my goodness, I'm so full.
but was
Whoopie
so good.
pies.
if anybody knows this area at all,
Mm-hmm.
they know Big G's.
Yes,
And that's what we had.
we did.
So good.
Big G says big sandwiches.
Big sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't eat half. Well, I did. But like that's plenty.
Right.
That's like a meal.
Right.
Right.
Sorry about that, Candace.
On with the show.
Here we go.
The Valentine Girl Deck Party.
All right.
We got to the Lido deck after the game show, and we're right at the entrance to the Lido, which is not a good place to stand. People are constantly passing and pushing. John has an announcement and a video to show us. They couldn't get it to play, and it was a good bit before he announced it.
Can I tell you what I thought he was going to announce?
What?
That he was having children.
Me too! No, I thought that too. Did we talk about that?
I think we did.
Yeah. That's what I thought that he was going to say, and I was so excited for him.
Yes.
But I'm excited for the show, too.
Yeah, same.
Like, that's exciting.
Same. Yes.
Sorry, Candace.
Sorry, Candace.
Here we go.
Here we go.
He has a new show on HGTV called Farmhouse Fixer. He looked so happy and excited. We did move up a bit, and Donnie came over to the small stage near us. Ah, Donnie. I just love him. I wasn't feeling great, and people were really pushy. I had to get out of the crowd. We went back to our room. I was a little down because I didn't get that feeling on the Lido deck, the feeling of the collective love. I thought maybe the second time around the cruise wouldn't be the same.
Oh.
Me too.
We kind of felt that way, like we've said. After Valentine, I think it's because we were tired and...
Yeah, well, that night was different.
Right. It was different.
Yes. So...
Different from all the other nights.
Yes.
All the other nights were pretty 100%.
We got the most sleep that night.
Yes, we did.
So if that says anything.
Yes.
The rest, I mean, that was like the last good sleep we got.
That you are right.
Day 2, Half Moon Key. Beautiful blue water and soft white sand. So pretty. We rented a clamshell umbrella to sit under.
Take me back.
I would do a clamshell umbrella next time, I think.
What were those? Oh, the ones that like
Yes.
what Jackie had?
Well, I think Jackie brought a tent.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
I think I might buy one of those.
Oh, yeah, we could just bring
And
our
then we'll
own.
just bring it.
Yeah, pop it. Pop the tent.
Yep.
I got in the amazing water and it was great. Just sitting on the beach is awesome. We chilled for most of the day and then the guys came over on a little boat. The guys went into the pirate ship bar, but Donnie came out on the deck and said we could either play Olympics or he could do the selfie Olympics. Of course, we picked selfies. It turned out to be super hot waiting, but a Donnie selfie is worth it. 3 selfies.
Oh, concert.
Concert.
'Cause I forgot to section this one off.
That's all right. Concert. The concert was hanging tough. It was awesomely amazing. I totally got all the feels. Those feels from childhood and the newfound Blockhead love. It was so awesome. Amber did a great job booking. We were so close. Donnie came to our section again. He stopped right in front of me. The marshmallow was right in my face. I had to hold myself back from grabbing it.
You know what? I have to say, we haven't talked much about the concert.
From the cruise?
Yeah.
On the cruise? No, we really didn't.
The stage, for those of you that weren't there, the stage looked like a Barbie.
Like the stage.
Like
from,
the stage. Right. Like they had the guitars.
Yeah.
And everything. Joe broke the guitar.
Jill smashed it.
Yep. Joe, what are you doing?
Getting all like hardcore.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
It was a good show.
That was when Joe came over and
Yeah. And Brooke touched him.
I did. Like right in the eggplant area.
You just I didn't even know he was coming. I was like, oh, Joey's right in my face. Hey.
I want to find that on video.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 2 things I'm looking for on video.
Yeah.
Nope. 3 things I'm looking for on video.
When Joe went into the crowd, we were Group A.
Group A, we were in row E.
Yep.
Off to like the side-ish.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking at the stage on the left.
Right.
Right on the aisle.
Yep.
And he jumped across the aisle.
Yeah.
And landed on the seats like right in front of where we're standing. And landed on my arm.
And I feel like he used my arm.
I feel like he may have.
For leverage.
Right.
Like he used my shoulder for leverage. But I could be wrong on that. But I'm pretty sure he did.
I really want to find video of this.
Yes.
And that's when he went down the line and he hugged Christine.
Yes.
And
That was amazing.
And that was like amazing.
Yes, it was.
So I need that part on video.
Yes. I don't know. I bet Christine. You got Christine on video.
I got, no, pictures.
I bet Christine would love to see the video.
I'm sure she would.
Yes.
So we need that. We also need when Joey says fisherman.
Yes.
On the last night, GPS night up above before they came down. And he looked at you and me, but he looked at you and he said, mouthed, fisherman. And then I need me and Jordan dancing that last night.
That makes me happy.
So.
When skies are gray.
Fisherman.
I was a fisherman for you, Joey Mac.
It makes me laugh to think about.
I seriously want to do that again for GPS night.
Do it.
Why not?
I'll wear my lobster again.
So we'll do it again.
That's fine.
I think I'm cool with
easy.
it. It's super easy.
I have the t-shirts all made.
I don't think I'll wear that. Well, the hat kind of did it.
You have to wear the hat. The hat was like.
I'll have to have Amy.
Key.
Amy's gonna have to French braid my
Either
hair
that or we
again.
just go with like potatoes.
No. Everybody would think we're from Idaho.
Yeah, they would. You're right. You're right.
I even thought pine trees. That would be cumbersome.
That would be very cumbersome. How? No, you can't sit.
I think we are good being the fisherman and the lobster.
Fisherman.
Yep. Amy, I'm gonna need you to French braid my hair again, please.
She did an amazing job.
It stayed in all night. It was amazing.
She is a master French braider.
She sure is.
All right, this is the Blockiversary deck party.
Hey.
We decided to go up on deck 10 and have some space. It was nice because you had a lot of space and air. We got to watch Blue Bloods on deck, which was awesome.
And I don't remember that.
I remember we were at the bar.
I kind of do, but I kind of don't.
Being up on deck 10, we got to sit during Blue Bloods and part of the deck party. It was great for space and air, which there is none of down on Lido deck.
Nope.
However, the vibe was a bit more chill than it is on Lido. We made it all the way to the end, which was sometime around 3 a.m.
Hey.
We made it to the end that night.
Yeah. We made it to the end all the nights.
Yeah, we did. There wasn't a night that I went to bed when it wasn't light out. Except for the first night.
Yep.
Day 3, NASA. It was totally different than Half Moon Key. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
There were tons and tons of people everywhere. There were several different ships there. One was a Disney cruise. We walked around a little bit, then landed at Senior Frogs.
Isn't that where we were?
Yes. I think it is.
Were they there when we were there?
Maybe. There's a good chance.
Oh.
Which was cool, but nothing in comparison to a Lido deck party.
There was another Senior Frogs. We passed it. And remember they were all dancing outside?
I wasn't there.
Oh my gosh.
I stayed on the ship.
That's right.
I needed to relax.
I
I needed some space.
I think there was 2 Senior Frogs. Possibly. Maybe not. Maybe.
I don't know.
But there was one. They were all dancing. Everybody was living it up. New Kids on the Block was playing. I went in.
Really?
Did a little jig.
Fun. That's fun.
Yep. It just says we were walking by. I didn't really go
you
in
didn't
and
like
dance.
go
I
in.
was just like,
You're like, hey guys, I need to go dance.
I should have.
I want to dance.
I just want to dance.
We headed back to the shop for a nap. Back to the ship, I think she meant. In order to make it all night on the deck party, a nap is a must. Since we did not have an event, we got dressed early and ate dinner. 70s night deck party. We got on deck early and got a decent spot. If you want a prime spot, be prepared to sit out on deck all day.
Oh.
The guys' 70s outfits were cool. I will never turn down Donnie in a vest. The music was groovy. It got a bit slow for a bit and all the guys were gone, which usually doesn't happen. At least one is out there the whole time. Donnie mostly. But it was a surprise outfit change and the guys' outfits were awesome.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, they were. I loved it. I didn't get many pictures because we were at a bad angle.
Oh, I loved it.
But awesome.
Oh, I loved it.
Yes. Yes.
I loved everything that night.
That night was great.
This is my favorite night.
That night was
well,
great.
GPS night was really good too.
GPS night was my favorite night, but that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
of yes.
It was a very good Jordan night.
Yes. Jordan night.
Jordan night.
Love someone tonight, Jordan night.
Jordan. I didn't get many pictures because we were at a bad angle, but awesome. The party was totally awesome and that feeling was there. Everyone together to have a good time. The blockhead love. It was thick in the air. Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm not sure how to explain it, but if you were there, you know. Donnie said one of his heartfelt speeches and he could feel it. Drunk John is fun and hilarious. He was running around in his underwear and a loincloth thingy. He was dancing and being crazy. I was pumped and it took a while for me to wind down after the deck party ended, sometime around 4.
Yeah.
Day 4. Picture time.
Picture time. I was still feeling it from the night before.
I was so tired.
Oh my gosh, Brooke. Do you remember what I said?
I looked tired.
I don't know. Maybe I have said this, but I was like, you guys, I'm just going to go back to the room. Do you remember me saying that? I was going to leave the photo group.
I vaguely remember.
I was like, that's how, and you kept saying, Nikki, if you get in the
I
shower,
do remember.
if you get in the shower and take a shower,
yeah,
you'll feel better.
Yeah.
So I got in the shower, took a shower, didn't feel better. And you were like, if we get to the photo thing, you'll feel fine. You'll be fine.
Right.
And I got there and I did not feel fine.
But you had to stay.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you had to stay. You would have regretted it.
It was so crazy.
We did not join a picture group online. The one in 2016 fell apart and we spent a lot of time in the dreaded Room of Doom. We walked into the line area and just wanted to finish up a photo group. We ended up in a group with some of the administrators of my so-called whatever.
Hey!
It was cool. My cousin got to stand by Jordan, which is great because you don't get much time around him. I got to stand by Danny. Side tangent. Danny's arms and abs are so amazing.
Hey.
And I'm obsessed with them. I'm a Donnie girl through and through, but Donnie's arms are not quite as yummy as Danny's. Danny spends a lot of time on those arms.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe there is something wrong with me, but I really want to lick Danny's arms. Oh, man.
Oh,
I just
man.
took a turn.
I didn't see that coming. Did
I
you?
didn't either. Not from a mile away.
No.
Oh,
Said
my
I've
gosh.
been joking about it all week.
I have been joking about it all week. And there is that giddy nervousness when you are around them, and sometimes crap comes out of your mouth that you don't mean to say out loud. I was afraid I might actually ask to lick his arm, but I managed not to. End side tangent. There was a spot in the carpet in front of Danny, and I was really afraid of tripping. I told Danny that. I'm not sure what else I said to him. I did manage to grab his arms, though. Brooke and Nikki, from my so-called whatever, hey, were in the photo group ahead of us. We got to eat brunch with the group. It was cool, and all of them are awesome. Well, I get the love of the blockhead familia. I haven't ever really felt a part of any group. I talked to some of the girls I have been in photo groups with, but never really felt included as a member of any group. It was nice of the MSCW group to allow us to hang out with them.
To allow you? You're part of the group.
For reals, yo.
You're part of the group.
You know, it's not like it's...
No.
Like, you...
I'm so glad that
there.
you joined us for brunch.
Me too.
I actually left brunch.
You did leave brunch.
I had to.
Yeah.
And Brooke was like, you need to go lay down.
It was bad. It was bad.
Oh,
But it was good for you to go
crap.
and do that. Like, I mean,
I felt so much better after.
Exactly. We need to take these moments.
I felt so much better afterwards.
It's like the day that I didn't go on shore with you.
Yeah.
I needed to stay in bed.
Yep.
I didn't even sleep that much, but I just needed like to clear my head.
Yep.
And like a quiet, clear space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is the closest I have been to being part of a group. I am a member of the MSCW group and did have a story on episode 4. Hey. After brunch, we went and took another nap so we could party until Miami.
Wait, what was her story on episode 4, I wonder?
I don't know.
Now I gotta go back and look.
It was a long time ago.
Wow.
That was like summer of 2017.
Wow. I gotta go back and look.
I know.
So cool.
I woke up after my nap. Let me try that again. I woke up after my nap and cried. It is our last day. It was the ugliest not crying. It wasn't pretty. Aww. We are almost back to real life. I don't think you could really understand unless you have been. I have never been on a regular cruise, so I have no idea if it is as much of an escape from reality. But I do know it could not have the same amazing vibe. It doesn't. It is an escape from reality, but the vibe is totally different. I'm saying that, not Candace.
No, yeah.
My cruise with my blockhead family, I get to be fun Candace, which is something I don't get to be very often. Life is really hard, and there are always things I need to do. I know that normally I take things too seriously and too much to heart. I have accepted that that is who I am at the core. I am one of those people that almost always feels what those around me feel and always try to make everyone happy. It is exhausting. Being an introvert and a highly sensitive person is draining.
Hey.
For real.
Feel ya.
GPS night deck party. After our nap, we ate room service, which was nice. We got dressed in our awesome Texas outfits. We stood in front of the bar, which turned out to be an excellent spot. For once, we were in the right place at the right time. A lot of it is luck. Joe came over to our bar. I tried to get him to wear my hat, but he didn't. Danny came by and we got a picture with him in our Texas outfits. And then finally, my cousin got a chance to get a selfie with Jordan. Jordan doesn't do too many selfies, so you have to be lucky. I was lucky.
I was lucky too.
Oh my God.
Got one.
It was like the best thing ever.
He seemed not too impressed with me. In mine.
No, I think he was fine. See, I didn't think he seemed too impressed in mine, and then I looked at the live photo, and it was his smile was...
Oh, see, I didn't... For some reason, I shut off live.
Yeah,
and
I'm so glad I didn't. I am so glad I
love that I have my live of Joey and I.
Yeah. I videotaped it because that was a worthy moment. We stayed in front of the bar until about a.m. Something in the a.m. Then we went and sat down by the bar and finished out the night. Donnie's closing oath was great. I did not videotape it, but I saw some people did. We went back to our rooms and shoved the last of our stuff in our bags. So sad, the cruise was over. We stayed overnight in Florida, which I highly recommend if at all possible. An extra day of rest makes a lot of difference. You are still tired, but not a zombie.
I think that we should do that next time.
That was awesome, first of all. Candace, thank you for sharing all of that.
That was a great story.
And yeah, we were... Us getting home, that was rough. We made it, and it was fun. And I don't know that I regret it. I don't think I regret doing it that way. No, because it was nice to be home.
It was nice to be home, but I think I'd do it differently next time, possibly. Depending on where we are.
Depending on where we are.
If it's in Miami,
yeah,
I think we should stay the night.
Miami, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hard to say.
It's hard to say but...
Right.
I was wishing...
If it's going to save us money to not, I'd probably not.
But I was wishing that we had, when we were getting off that ship, I was wishing that we had...
That we were not going to the airport, that we were going to like a bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So...
and Candace, we have all of her pictures on our website.
Yes, they're awesome.
So, yeah, they are.
She had a great spot for GPS night.
I'm just looking through these real quick here. Awesome. I love it so much.
I didn't get to go down the water slide.
You had the opportunity.
I
You
did?
could have. And you said you didn't want to.
I was sleeping.
I don't know. But I remember a bunch of them went. And
I think it was when I was taking a nap.
And you were like, nah. Because you know what? You can save that for another cruise that's not New Kids.
Right.
New Kids cruises are different.
Right.
Now, if we were to go on a regular cruise,
I'll go down that slide.
We'll have to pry you off of it.
Yeah.
These are awesome pictures.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Yes, thank you.
I love it.
All right, should I read Michelle's Ultimate Cruise Recap?
Yes, you should.
Okay, here I go. This is Michelle's Ultimate Cruise Recap. We all planned our door decorations and theme night outfits for quite some time now, and the time finally came. NKOTB Cruise X. I must give most of the credit on our door to Amy. She did a majority of the work, and she surprised me with a little story of our own. Made me cry and all. Aww. I went into this cruise knowing that it would be better than the first one that I went on in 2013 because I know so many more people and we've been planning things together for months. I really wanted to see the reactions from not only first-time or new kid cruisers, but reactions of those that had never met the guys before. I knew I could stand back a little and not be in it for the selfies, except with Jordan. He's always on my selfie list. Oh, and hugs from Donnie. Those hugs are addicting, and I don't know how to survive for as long as I do without them. You know what I mean, when he hugs us. It feels like it's just us and him alone in the room.
It really does.
It really does. The love he gives off, whether he means to or not, is addicting, and I can't put it into words how it makes me feel, but that's the feeling I had this entire cruise. Thank you for that, Donnie. Truly thank you. # we are all Donnie girls. When I booked this cruise, I told my husband that it will not be a yearly thing, but I may have lied. Sorry, Sean. Every single night was awesome, and regardless of where I was for the Lido party, it was amazing. The only thing I truly worried about before we ever set sail was that our cabin was above the club. You know, the club where Donnie has his after parties. It actually turned out to be not as bad as I thought. I sang and danced a little before falling asleep, and I tried to wind down from the nightly activities. The only regret I have on this cruise is not staying up while we pulled into port on Monday morning. I would have loved to watch that with friends. Next time for sure. And if we're staying the night, like if we're going to stay like in Miami, then I will stay up with you. But
you stayed up?
Oh, we went to sleep for like an hour.
When?
We went to sleep for like an hour. We didn't stay up there.
Yeah, we stayed until like we were in port when we went to bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we slept for an hour, a couple hours.
Yeah, we needed to.
Yes.
That was important.
Day number 1.
When Donnie was gone, I was gone.
Yes, that is
Donnie,
true.
You out. Me too.
Okay, we're gone.
Peace.
And Maria, I remember, was in our room, and I was trying so hard to stay awake, and I was just like, and then I just let it go, and I just fell asleep. Day 1, all aboard. Rise and grind. Kelley and I watched the sunrise together, as well as a naked man get dressed. This naked man, we like to call him the sexy doctor, only because we saw what he looked like what looked like scrubs he was putting on. Huh. Kelley and Christian went to port with Jill and Kim. Amy and I hailed an Uber with Christine and Leilani to the port. This Uber driver was kind of meh. He charged us like 60 cents to wait. I don't know what he waited for, but he didn't wait for us. He also wasn't talkative. I'd ask a question, or he would never answer, and he didn't know where to drop us off. He was just in a hurry to get us out of his vehicle. Sometimes it's nice to hear, "Good morning, how are you?" or maybe tell us to have a good vacation, but no. Our Uber driver was just like, "Oh, you're going to see New Kids on the Block on the cruise?"
Yeah. He was nice.
He was nice, though. Anyway, we got to the port and waited in line and waited and waited. We saw Donnie and Jenny come in the Donnie I have arrived fashion, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. He's awesome. Of course, anytime any sort of black van drove up, we thought it was New Kids. The line started to finally move, And from there, it was a quick process of getting on. Once on, we waited in the lobby for the rest of our peeps, and when we were all gathered, we went and grabbed lunch while we waited for our cabins to get ready. Once our cabins were ready, Amy and I went down to decorate until were called for our muster stations. At Sail Away, we were off to the side of the stage, and while it would have been nice for those speakers to not be piled up high, I had fun because I was with my friends. When the guys came out, I had the thought I always have when they're in front of me. I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe we get to do this with them. I can't believe this is my life and I get to do this. I may seem all chill, but I'm really dying inside and kind of speechless every single time I see them. I captured a picture of Amy crying during the oath, and when I look at it, it makes me cry. Me too. How do we as fans get so lucky to do this? How do we get so lucky as to fall in love with 5 kids from Boston and have them return to us and love us the way that they do? I don't know. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Lido Party, Night 1, Valentine Girls Ball. First, I have to say I'm glad I decided to add leggings to my outfit, because with that wind and my dress, I wouldn't have given everybody a scare. Ain't nobody got time for Michelle doing a Marilyn Monroe impression. No one wants to see all of this. I do. That night we went up to what I believe was deck 10. It was a good spot for dancing, and even better once it rained and Jordan unbuttoned his shirt. Priorities, you know. Nikki and Brooke joined us, and Brooke and I had some conversations about Jordan's anatomy. Thanks for the laughs, Brooke. We had a great time, and of course talked to people we didn't know, which is always a great thing. For the most part, this fandom is chill and friendly, and I always appreciate that. Towards the end, we ran back to our cabin for some reason that I don't remember, maybe to take my contacts out, but we ended up back on Lido with our peeps and danced some more among friends. It was then that Charlene told me that the location will be known as home base. Regardless of where we go, we could always come find our friends at that bar area, and it was a great spot because we could come and go and not have to fight a crazy crowd. That was the truth.
Absolutely. I loved that spot. That
Me
was
too.
Great.
That will forever be our spot.
Yeah, it's not like it was the best view necessarily.
No, but it was the best spot for us to be together.
It was a great spot for us to be together and have a good time.
Yep.
And that's what
it's all about.
Makes all the difference.
Right. When we got back to our cabin, we could hear the music from the club. It was vibrating our feet on the floor, but it suddenly stopped. So I figured, oh, it's not that bad. Come to find out the sound system wasn't working. Half Moon Key, Day 2. I was really looking forward to this day because of the love I have for the Bohemian water. Did I say that right?
Yes.
It's my happy place. It truly is. Plot me in the ocean and I'm happy at peace. Plot me in the Bohemian water and every little thing. Plot me in the Bohemian water and every little things is right in my world. Every little thing is right in my world?
Yes.
Okay. Plot me in the Bohemian water and every little thing is right in my world. At NKOTB and friends, life is perfect. Why don't I own a home in the Bahamas at this point? Anyway, we ended up renting a clamshell, which was a bust because by the time we were ready to lay down in it, the sun was beating on us. But at only $10 for each of us to pay, it's whatever. For some reason, I wasn't caring about seeing the guys on the beach. I just wanted to enjoy myself with my friends in the water. Maybe it was the thought of us letting others that have never met them get the chance to be near them. The more I think about this and write about this, I think subconsciously that was my intention. Backing out and letting others have at them. And I think that was like us too. We were just like, Donnie's over there. We know he's over there. We got our selfies at the Apollo. That was my thing. I already had gotten a selfie with him.
Yeah,
I wasn't like...
The only selfie I wanted the whole cruise was Jordan, and that's the one that I got. And I was happy with that. I didn't get any others. But that was fine. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
And I saw Donnie on the beach, and I heard chatter about him doing selfies.
But we just decided to...
But we were in the water.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm happy right here.
Exactly.
I'll just watch from afar.
Yeah.
And that's what we hang out with our friends.
We did.
It was great. And we got those awesome sunglasses.
Yes, we sure did. Thank you, sunglasses man, wherever you may be. Also, the sun was too damn hot to stand in. LOL. The food was good, no complaints, and no sickness as I've heard others have. I don't recall what time we got on the beach or what time we left, but it was a beautiful day and a beautiful island. When we got back to the ship, we showered and changed, and I attempted to make myself a Black Russian. However, I overdid the alcohol content and I couldn't drink it. So I added milk to accommodate my lightweight ass. We then grabbed a guy's burger and fries and took it back to our cabin to enjoy on our deck. At this point, it got silly. I obviously can't do arts and crafts when feeling a bit tipsy, nor can I really do much of anything. I made a mess. I spilled my drink and we laughed and took snaps because what else do you do when you're being silly? Lido party, night number 2, block anniversary. This was also our concert night. It's always good to see our guys in concert and see them have fun on stage laughing. We wore our outfits to the concert. I went with an airbrush tank top, jeans, and some old school pins. I also decided to wear Jordan's name on my head. I felt silly being at the age of 44 and still crushing so hard I wear his name on my head. It's okay though. I had such a fun time at the Lido party. I'm pretty sure Jordan gave me a weird look when he saw it on my head. But hey, there's no mistaking who my favorite is, and isn't it the point that these themes have to be fun and silly? We met up with our home base in the bar and we danced all night. This was a special night because our friend Jenny, the OG cover girl, was getting to truly relive her childhood. We were so excited, and I love that while I captured it on video, our entire MSCW crew was at the bar screaming in excitement. Such a cool moment, and I'm glad I had a teeny weeny piece of that. The guys look great. Donnie in his romper, Jordan and John in their replica old school outfits, and Joe in his sequin pants.
All right.
And Joe in his sequin pants that I wanted to rub and see if they change colors. I also may have given Christine a nudge so she could get her selfie with Joe. Get in there, I told her and pushed her. When we got back to our cabin in the morning, we heard and felt the bass again. I lay in bed and sang a song to some of the songs, having a little dance party while I calmed down for the night. I did eventually fall asleep. It wasn't as bad as I've heard from others that have had the same cabin above the nightclub. However, if Donnie could invite me to each after party next cruise, that would be better than having the party alone in my bed.
Aww. I like how she did that. That was funny.
I played basketball.
Oh.
And it made my lungs contract.
Yeah.
And I wheezed afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I played.
Ooh. Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, that feels.
It was bad.
That's bad.
I didn't like it. And I coughed all night.
Okay.
All right. Nassau, day 3. I went back and forth on getting off the ship or not. This would be my 3rd visit to Nassau in a year. And I had mixed feelings about the port, but I'm glad I decided to get off for a bit. We had a good time and good food. And I will say, the picture that she took of me and Kim is my favorite picture from the whole cruise.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because I look so excited, and I was actually watching the Jenny moment all over again.
I'm scrolling down and finding it while you read this.
It's a great picture. I started the day off with coffee on my balcony, another favorite place of mine. We waited for what seemed like eternity for the rest of our people to meet us in the lobby. I could have taken a nap from the time we were supposed to meet until we actually did meet because it was eternity and I was tired and hungry and cranky. Don't ever leave tired and hungry. Michelle waiting. She gets bitchy. Thanks, friends. Sorry, Michelle. I didn't know. Anyway, we got off and did some walking until we came to a place that looked like we could have fun, and we did. The food and drinks were good. I'm still waiting for the owner to email the recipe for that chicken, although I'm sure my email address is at a landfill somewhere. Thanks, owner man. It was a good time reminiscing about the night before and hearing how the entire OG cover girl went down, the behind the scenes. That was really cool. Did you find the picture?
I did.
I love that picture.
Yeah, I like that picture too.
Lido party, night 3, 70s night. Yes!
Yeah.
This is the night we decided to dress up as Sesame Street characters. We found a spot just up one level from Lido, and Jill was kind enough to hang out there for most of the afternoon until the rest of us came out. That Jill, she's a national treasure and deserves all the good things that happened to her. I was a Cookie Monster, Jill was Big Bird, Amy was Oscar the Grouch, Kelley was Super Grover, and Kim was a hip 70s woman, but decided she would be Prairie Dawn for the night. Who's Prairie Dawn?
Prairie Dawn.
Oh, wait, is she the one with the braids?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I forgot about Prairie Dawn.
That's funny.
Until just now.
That's funny.
I loved Prairie Dawn. Oh my gosh.
We were also joined by Leilani and Christian, and we had a good time. There may have been some elbows thrown, some words thrown at us, but we didn't let that stop us from having a good time. I wasn't really feeling the 70s theme at first. What kind of music would they play was my main worry. Then the guys came out and they looked awesome. Donnie needs to wear black pants, suspenders, and no shirt on tour. I never knew 70s could look so good on anyone. Afro wigs, large mustaches, and all. At one point, the guys left and I was sad that maybe it was an early night. But then came the village people. And this is the night I learned that, 1, Donnie has such cute little legs. And 2, John, when did he get a nice ass, legs, and arms? Hello, John. And 3, Jordan is a sexy cowboy. Jordan is a sexy ass cowboy.
I was like, you left off ass.
Well, I thought I was reading from the previous thing. Wait, yeah. Jordan is a sexy anything. Let's just be real. I'd like to know if he practices his dance moves in the mirror at home or not, or if he comes off naturally. If I had to sit and watch him dance for hours, I would not complain. Just give me a camera so I can click, 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 and I'm good. I have to admit, I love watching Jordan dance.
He's a great dancer.
I mean, Joey's my favorite, but I love watching him dance.
Jordan's a great dancer, and he looks like he like really enjoys
he's
it.
In it for the moment.
Fun.
Like, I love it. So, Jordan, I like the way you dance.
I second that. And third, fourth, and fifth it.
Oh, also let me dance with him just once. That's all I want is this new kid life is a dance with Jordan. Hey, Brooke, you got that.
I did.
The music was great all night long. So many songs that I forgot about. I really think this turned out to be my favorite night. And I'm going to admit, I don't know if I've said this out loud.
Yeah.
70s night was my least favorite.
And like leading up to.
Right.
And
then once I got my outfit.
And it
like came together. It was like I was super comfortable. I was feeling good.
It was a fun night.
Joe stayed over on our side most of the night.
It was a fun night.
It was awesome.
I like Joe's outfit too.
His policeman outfit?
Yes.
How you doing, Joey?
I liked that outfit. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
I love a man in uniform.
I like John's outfit too.
Yeah, hey.
How you doing, John?
How you doing?
Disney prince.
Yes, he is.
Coming up in here.
Handsome.
Like a Native American. He is very handsome.
Yes, he is.
Handsome man. Those night boys.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with you, Michelle. I think that turned out to be my favorite night. Back to the cabin we went at the end of the part Back to the cabin we went at the end of the part for a nap. Listening again to the bass through our floor, I sang and danced along in my bed to the beat. I love that. I can picture it in my head. C-Day, photo op, day 4. Today was a photo op. I had mixed feelings about it for a few reasons. Mainly, I felt bad that the guys had to stand there all day and do this. It's a great opportunity for those that have never met them, and I would have skipped out on it, but we had really amazing ladies in our group. Okay, they're all the bestest ever. Hey,
thanks.
Hey, thanks. So just to be in a picture with them was nice. Oh. Since we were able to get to them early in the day, they weren't as bad as I imagined them to be in the afternoon. After the photo, we went and ate and had a champagne toast, and I missed that. Thank you to Leilani for the champagne. This was also a sad day because we had to pack and take down our door decorations. We had heard Joe would do a solo show in the atrium, but apparently no one told him that. LOL. I did manage to get my selfie in with Donnie as he was about to play his poker game. Thanks, Donnie. We're blurry, but we're still cute. Lido party night. Number 4. GPS night. I love this night because I love to see where everyone is from and how they represent where they are from. I'm not very creative, so seeing everyone else's creativity really is great. We settled on our spot over by the bar and we danced all night. At one point, I did leave to go back to the cabin to put my camera away and drink some water. Then I met Kim and Jackie, and we ventured up to one of those top decks to see the view and get some pictures. If you didn't do that any night of the cruise, make sure you do it on the next one you get on. It's such an amazing sight, and that's one thing I have to do. I didn't go to the top.
I wanted to. I was going to. I think it was the GPS night, but I didn't.
I didn't either. I went and changed my flip-flops, and I had a thought of it.
Yeah.
I went and changed my flip-flops, and then went... Did I tell you how I walked in? I don't think I ever told you that. How I got off on the wrong floor and walked right in to like where they were, where the VIP section was.
Oh, really?
I walked right in. I wasn't paying attention. And then I was like, the lady didn't stop me.
Oh.
I guess because it looked like I was supposed to be there because I walked right in.
Right.
And
where'd you go?
I went up one level.
Right. But like, what'd you do when you realized?
I was embarrassed. I ran back. And then I went down the stairs and tripped over the little thingy.
The little partition thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Rope.
I was embarrassed.
That's
so
funny.
embarrassed. I wonder what our ship looked like from the other cruise ship we saw out at sea. Kim stayed with me after this. At one point, we looked at each other and asked if the other was going to bed, and I said, I'm staying if you're staying, so stay with me, or something like that. Also, Jordan selfie time. Woo! At one point, we did go into the buffet area to get some pizza, thinking we could take a rest and then go back as we were pulling into port because we thought the party would go until the sun came up. But we saw Maria and sat down and talked to her. As we were sitting, we noticed the party ended already and we missed the farewell speech. Oops, sorry, pizza called us. The next morning, or should I say a couple of hours later, we met our MSCW admins for breakfast and slowly and sadly made our way off the ship. That was really sad.
It was. That was a sad morning.
It was. We were all crying. Amy and I were worried that we wouldn't make our noon flight because there was a customs delay. But then the line moved and we were on our way to the airport where we had to wait in a long line again to check our bags. When that line finally moved, we had to hike for miles to get to security to get to our gates, and of course we were trying to walk fast, and of course I was gross and sweaty. We made it, and then we learned that Jordan was on our flight when we got to Boston. That was a sign. There was a sign that said J Knight that Amy saw and told me. Oh, whoa. And I think I was too tired to get excited. Then, as we were standing at baggage claim talking to Babs, along comes Jordan. There I was with my husband and Jordan.
I love this.
I was excited inside, but cool and calm on the outside. Probably because Sean was there. Sean said something to Jordan. Jordan asked if Sean was on the cruise, and he said no. And then I stepped in and said, I'm trying to get him to a concert, but not on the cruise because, I have to keep my two husbands separate. This is my real husband, and you're. I
love this so much.
That's
I love
fantastic.
It so much.
I have not heard this.
You haven't?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't hear this.
She told me this after, just after.
Really? I didn't hear this.
I think she texted me because it was Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think she texted me a picture.
Oh.
And I was like, that's not Jordan. That's not Jordan.
And it was.
Because he was wearing the cruise sweatshirt.
That's funny.
I was like, he traveled in that? I just thought that was I didn't expect him to. Do you know what I mean? Cool. Anyway, I love it so much.
That's awesome. And Jordan laughed at that in his cute little giggle that I love so much. That was about it. I wish I had asked to take a picture between both Jordan and Sean, but then again, I'm pretty sure Jordan was all pictured out, and I needed to respect that the cruise was over. When we left, Amy and I got in the elevator and had a total fangirl moment, and I think we scared Sean. I'm ready for the next one, but until then, I'll prep for bar stools with Amy, Nikki, and Brooke. Part 2. Yay! And I can't wait to wait to do that with you.
I know. That's going to be awesome, and they're great. Those bar stools are a great location.
We're right there.
Center stage.
Yep.
Oh my
give
gosh.
Me love, give me all your love. Okay, I will.
So, Michelle has a ton of pictures. They're all on the website.
She has 89 pictures.
They look amazing.
They are amazing.
Oh my gosh. I love it so much. I'm just looking at these
She takes such great pictures.
She really does. These pictures that she took of Jordan, So good. Oh. Well, how you doing, Donnie? How you doing in that picture?
Hey.
With your spray tan. How you doing? I love it.
I love the blurry one of her and Donnie.
No, I gotta get there.
I love her Jordan selfie. Oh my gosh, that's really good.
I do too. His smile
He
is
looks so excited.
like so handsome. He is so handsome. Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
So cool.
It really is. Michelle, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing all these pictures.
Yes.
And
We get to relive the cruise again. Oh, he has a picture of John talking to us. Well, you can see me.
oh yeah.
My shoulder.
I am on the other side of that shoulder.
Yes.
Well, on the other side of the other shoulder.
Yep. That was amazing when he stopped. He
John's
just like stopped.
awesome.
They were like all coming out and he just stopped.
He did. And like took the time.
Yep.
He's awesome. These are awesome pictures. All right. So
Yeah.
next we have Kelley's cruise.
Right. She gave us 1 and 2 a couple episodes back.
Right.
So now
this
we
is
have
a
3 and 4.
continuation.
Yes.
So this is Kelley's NKOTB Cruise 2018 Day 3.
Yes.
I'm rather bummed I don't have hardly any pictures from this day or night. But
That's okay.
it's okay, Kelley.
Yeah.
We're gonna read your words.
You're gonna tell us about it.
That's right.
We're excited.
Nassau, Bahamas, and 70s night. We got up and had breakfast with some awesome peeps and tried to plan up the day. I must say, I was feeling the lack of sleep already and was toying with the idea of just going and sleeping. Being that I had never been to the Bahamas, I decided I at least had to get off the ship. I can skip it next time. My bestie was not feeling the greatest and decided to stick it out behind on the boat and sleep it off. I ended up meeting up with other MSCW peeps and set off to roam the crazy city. We ended up at a place that had swings out front for lunch. It was just past the Senior Frogs.
Okay, so we didn't stay. It wasn't Senior Frogs.
It was just after it.
Okay,
just
got
beyond it. I can't remember the name of it offhand. We did a little recording, which was already played on the podcast, where we talk about Blockiversary and Jenny and Charlene getting on stage. We headed back to the ship after lunch, and most of us went our separate ways. I was with Diana Roth, not to be confused with Diana Ross, and Jill. We met up with Christian and decided to roam the halls and see what and who we could see. We made the decision to go to the 7th deck and find the crazy fun Twitter countdown persona himself, Mark Porter. We found him lounging around in his cabin, and we all got to introduce ourselves. We then decided to head to the elevators and see what trouble we could find on other decks. Okay, this is where things get pretty freaking awesome. Let me set this up for you. Ding, it's the elevator. On the end, we start moving towards it, when 4 bodies walk out of it. Yeah, I'm in the front of our little pack, and I slowly decide I no longer know how to breathe, but I must remain calm and collected. I slowly stop my walk and step back a bit, giving space, and not to scare or startle the precious beings that we all love so much.
Oh my gosh.
Diana squealed, and I had to play meanie and tell her to stop. LOL. Sorry, Diana. It got their attention. They looked back at us. Yes, it was in all their beauty. I can kind of hear Nikki reading this in my head as I write it, LOL, but I can also hear Brooke trying to make Nikki wait to find out who it was that got off the elevator. Joseph, Mulry, McIntyre, and Jordan Nathaniel Marcel Knight, along with 2 bodyguards. The 3 girls behind me were now quiet, and maybe they were stuck in their tracks. I don't know, but I just wanted to be cool. I walked towards the elevator and just said, "Hey guys," totally not expecting a response at all, and I hear, "What's up?" from the magical beast known as Joey. My first love. He responded to me. I know, I'm being silly. But other than my very first ever selfie just 2 days prior, this is the first time I have ever been near him in my life. We clambered into that elevator, and Jill was so close to losing her marbles. Diana just sat on the floor. She was so excited. Then someone said, "You guys, we were in the same elevator they were just on." We totally just reverted to middle school girls with crushes. It was so much fun. We rushed to Diana's room because it was the closest to where we got off the elevator, and rushed to her room to gush over the moment and have fangirl moments. That I love that.
I do too.
Like, I love it. That's so fun.
I'm smiling. Like,
I love reliving the cruise tonight.
I do too. I'm so glad that we did.
Yeah, this is like it's like winter, like doldrums.
It's what the doctor ordered.
It is. It's what we need.
Yes.
We then had to make plans for the Lido party. It was 70s night, and we had a small group that were Sesame Street, complete with a street sign and all. It was exciting. We ended up being near one of the side stages, that one level up from Lido area, right in the front of that area. I really enjoyed this night, a lot more than I expected to, besides the crazy pain and swelling I had going on.
Yeah, that was awful, Kelley.
It really was. Near the end, I had tried to sit on the stairs, but it didn't last long. Then I made my way to one of the tequila bars and found a stool to sit on. A friend had walked past saying she was going to find Christine and Nikki, and I decided to join her in her search. I just couldn't sit still. We found Christine, Nikki, and some others at the other bar on Lido. This was the night that Nikki advised me that she was no longer 23. Neither am I, Nikki. Neither am I. Sigh. I chatted with Christine for a bit, and we discovered we both were exhausted and wanted to go to bed, but we were having serious FOMO and couldn't make ourselves leave the party, no matter the pain we were in. Then it happened. Crash came on. Okay, that's it. Time for bed. Christine and I have to say it, we were kind of happy. LOL. We had the early photo group, so we made sure to set alarms to be up in time. What a night. Excuse me. What a KNIGHT.
Oh, what a night. I don't like that song.
Late December. I love that song.
I mean,
it reminds me of weddings when I was like family weddings when I was a teenager.
I do and I don't.
This is Kelley's NKOTB Cruise 2018 Day 4.
Yay.
NASA Group Photo Day at Sea and GPS Night. With only 2.5 hours of sleep, my alarm went off. Time to get up and ready for the group photos. How in the world is someone supposed to look good in this photo after so many late nights full of partying and drinking? My thoughts exactly. So glad I went into this photo with no expectations. Also, super glad I already knew what I was going to wear. We still needed one Danny and one Jordan. We made some last minute changes to open that Jordan up. Thank you, Stacy. We had someone already holding our group spot in line while the rest of us arrived. There didn't really seem to be a room of doom, but I noticed people were walking back and forth with paper saying what they were still in need of to complete their groups. I decided I was going to be that person. I ran back to the room and wrote it down. One Danny, one Jordan. The sign seemed to help fill up the group quickly. While waiting for picture time, I decided to help out a friend's group fill up. I saw Brandon trying to complete his group, and we competed to see who could get their sign in front first. Eventually, Maria took that task over to complete their group. Picture time. We were one of the first groups. I was not feeling nervous or anxious at all. Then, suddenly, we were next. Oh shit. Everything slipped my mind. I forgot everything. We were not on the stage for our picture, so someone had said something about some of us should get on the stage, so I did. Then when I realized I was the only one up there, I turned around to run back to John when crap. Jordan had his foot up on the stage behind him and I almost faceplanted tripping over it. Ugh. I made it safely to John and snuggled right up to him. When I turned around to face the camera, I noticed all the people in line who probably just saw me stumble and almost faceplant. So glad that didn't happen. I ended up getting a great hug from John and just told him, good morning. Then a half-arm embrace with Jordan when I told him, hello. Next, an amazing warm hug from Donnie. Damn, that man knows what he does. As I told him, thank you for all you do. And he said, thank you. All warm and cuddly. Stop it, Donnie. Stop it right now. Then I got a hug from Danny and told him, hello. Then, last but certainly not least, Joey Joe. I couldn't look him in his eyes. I could hardly speak clearly. He told me good morning and smiled. And all I could say was, I have to show you my MacPack later. He responds and said, yeah, you do. How dumb. I should have said something better. Oh well, it happened and I will just call that my practice round. LOL. We headed to breakfast/brunch in the dining room. And after a champagne toast to honor Nikki and Brooke from Amy and Leilani, I had to go sleep. 4 hours. 4 glorious hours of sleep. It was probably the greatest sleep I have ever had in my life, at least at that time. Finally, the time had come for the water slide.
It was when I was sleeping.
It was that day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was probably like, oh, la, 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 la.
Excuse me.
I was not feeling it. I love the water slide, but I was not feeling good.
No. Kristen and I met up with Jill and headed to the water slide. We found some of the girls up there just chilling at the top of the slide area in the very relaxing adult-only section. This is a smart idea. Oh, nope. This was a smart area to hide out and relax. We found OG Jenny, and we got her to do the slide with us, too. Jill waited at the bottom and took pictures. I hope I can find those for you. Oh. We then decided to meet up with as many people as we could from MSCW and do dinner in the buffet area. Poor Nikki wasn't feeling the greatest, and I decided I wanted to feed her.
Aww.
LOL. That's what I do to people. I like to feed them. So, all she said she wanted was mashed potatoes and chocolate milk.
What? I did? Did I?
Apparently.
Oh my gosh.
I went on a hunt. No mashed potatoes, but I did find a baked potato. I grabbed butter, cheese, and sour cream and snagged the last chocolate milk. That girl's day was made.
Okay, I don't remember this.
I don't either. I don't remember anything. Like, I don't remember that night. What did I eat?
Oh my gosh, how do I not remember that?
I don't know. It was the buffet area, right? Yeah. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
You really wanted that chocolate milk?
I can't believe I can't
I remember having
it.
chocolate milk for breakfast the next day.
Yeah.
It was the best. I had 2.
But I'll tell you what, if you got me a baked potato and chocolate milk, my day was made. I'm kind of vaguely remembering this now. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of, because I couldn't eat anything.
No, I remember you couldn't.
And you kept saying, you got to eat something. You got to get something in your system.
Yes, anything. GPS night. What can I say? I was ever so lucky and blessed to be front freaking row. I live in Florida and decided to represent Pulse Orlando for this night. I wore my shirt from the first memorial a week after the shooting, along with my rainbow cape. When the guys finally came out, the adrenaline was intense. The guys were grabbing people's flags and flying them, and the cheers people would give for each flag was amazing. After a little bit, Donnie did this thing like he was looking out in the crowd for more flags. I had the urge to take my cape off and try to get his attention. I struggled with if this was the right thing to do or not, because it was not really a flag to signify a place per se, but I did it anyway, and he saw it, and he came down off the stage to grab it from me. In that moment, he flew that cape like it was a flag for all to see. I heard those cheers from all around the boat and felt so proud to have worn that cape, representing Orlando, as well as myself, with no fear of judgment. It was beautiful. I don't remember the order, but I know that Donnie put the cape on Joe, and that Joe ran up to Donnie and leaned him over and kissed him. I died. I love these men so much. Then, to make it all so much better, Joe, my favorite guy, wore my cape for quite a while. I cannot get enough of this. I know there are some amazing videos and pictures out there of him and my cape, and a lot of people have tagged me in the comments of them in random social media places, and I love them all so much. The best part of it all, though, I got the cape back. I wish I could have got it signed, but maybe that will come down the road. Fingers crossed. I have included some photos I took of Joe in my cape, and a great one I found on Pinterest that Jenny with an I took. I would really love to see what others have of Joe in the cape, as one day I would love to have a picture with the cape framed, maybe. I don't know. Either way, I can't get enough of the pictures or videos. Some other highlights of this night are: John came into our section and gave a seated lady a lap dance.
Oh.
Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Didn't know you had it in you.
Hey.
Jill managed to get one of the jerseys that Joe was putting on and giving away.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I got my selfie with Jordan. Eek. I tried to flash my MacPack card, but Joe was drunk, and it was difficult whenever he was near. At one point, Donnie saw me living my best life and singing at the top of my lungs, and he came over and handed me the mic. And then, guess what happened? I forgot the words. He was singing them and looking at me like, read my lips. But yeah, then I lost my train of thought and just laughed and gave him the mic back. That titanium speech was everything. I cried through it all. I bet she did.
I bet you did,
I
Kelley.
can see Kelly's face right now through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see it at the time, but I could see it in my mind.
I can too. Love you, Kelley. Thank you for getting me that baked potato, man.
After GPS ended, we ran off to get some food, then made plans of where to meet up in the morning, or basically after our quick power nap, before we disembark. Everything is getting real right about this time. It was sad and coming to a close. The morning came and the announcements and door knocking happened bright and early. So many hugs happened, so many tears. So hard to say goodbye to the most awesome friends in the entire universe. Jill drove Christian, Christine, and myself to the airport, and those goodbyes happened again. I got home around 4 p.m., ate some fast food, and slept from like 6 p.m. until noon the next day. Then ate some lunch and slept again until work the next morning. Then woke up for work and realized I left my hairbrush on the boat. Sigh. Oh well. Hashtag worth it. I cannot wait to do it again. Also, we broke that hot damn ship. Love you, girls. Oh.
Aww.
See you in February, Nikki.
Oh.
Plans changed, but I hope she's having fun.
I bet she is.
I'm sure she's living it up.
Yes.
Or will be. Is she there yet?
I think so. They might be coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Early.
Well, have fun this weekend, Kelley.
Yes.
Or by the time you hear this, hope you had fun this weekend, Kelley.
Yes.
I'm looking at these pictures of hers.
So good.
So good. Oh, she got a picture of the JetBlue Red Sox
I saw that.
plane.
So cool.
That's cool.
Kelley, I wish I got a picture with you. I noticed, like, I was going through my pictures and I never got a picture of Kelley and I.
You didn't?
No.
I don't think I did either, actually.
Sad. Next time.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh.
These are great pictures.
Yeah, they are. I love it. Look at the picture of Joe.
Which one?
Joe, what are you doing? Flipping up your kilt.
I'm looking.
He was
feeling good.
he was rolling around in that kilt.
Feeling
Flipping it
good.
up
Yep.
for all the world to see what was going on.
He sure
underneath.
was.
I'm sorry. As I've been reading and this night has been going on, my voice has gotten hoarser and hoarser. So I apologize.
Oh, I think you're fine.
But 'tis what it is.
Yep. 'Tis what it is.
That was it, you guys.
That's
hey,
it.
Kelley, thank you so much.
Kelley, thank
we
you.
love you.
Kelley, thank you. Michelle, thank you.
Candace,
Michelle,
thank you.
Candace, thank you.
Amanda and Amber, thank you for sponsoring this episode.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, again, call us and leave us a message.
Call us or text us.
Yeah, text us. Text us. 857-271-1047. We love you guys. Live tweet.
Yeah.
Or not live tweet because it's the end of the episode, but tell us what your favorite thoughts were from the episode.
Tweet about it.
Hashtag MSCW step 112.
Hey.
Hey. Or you can just at so-called whatever.
Right. I mean,
That works too.
either way.
Yep.
So,
That was it. And
another one for the books.
I'll be loving you forever.
Ever.
Just as long
as you want me to be.
I'll be loving you forever. All this love's for you.
And me.
Yeah.
I'll be loving you.
I'll be loving you. The things you do
Yeah.
is that what he says?
I think so.
I might be not saying the lyrics correctly.
I think you
It
are.
wouldn't be the first time.
Won't be the last.
Your burgers are the best.
Your burgers are the best. I swear.
I can't believe you thought.
It still sounds like that to me.
I cannot believe you thought that.
What
that
does it
was
really say? See, I honestly can't hear anything but your burgers are the best. That's all there is to it. I mean, I know it's something else now, but it's all I hear.
Is it? What's the song? I believe
You are not alone. I'm here with you. I don't know. So, I don't know.
Your burgers are the best.
That's what it sounds like, man. That's all there is to it.
Oh, goodness.
So, thanks, guys, for
Thanks,
joining
guys.
us.
Yes.
We will see you again
Next
next
week.
week. So
Adios.
have a great week.
Yes. Have a
Thanks.
great week. Bye.
Bye.